Nope, that's not how you spell things. Or that. I got it. I knew I'd get it eventually. Crazy. Words are so nutty. Let's do this, people. Words. Word is right, young man. Word is right. What's going on? I got to get some writing in. Very slow start to the year trying to get motivated. You got to get motivated. You got to get those drabble things done. Tall Mike said that he wrote one or more for you as well. Interested to see what you do with those. There's a there's a call for drabbles coming up. I think it's already out, but crime thriller Valentine's Day drabbles. I'm going to probably work on a couple. Not today, but at some point. I got a week. I like that last minute, you know. But the my back pain has been really bad, and then that stopped, and now the sciatica for the last week has been killing me. I saw a call on Hard You have the crime drabble deets. I do. I always put the thing. It's Punk Noir. Is the name January 30th. 100 words max about basically it's going to be called Bloody Valentine, I believe. That's the one you. Yep, that's the one. There you go. I can't even look at Hard Tree. I don't even look at Hard Tree anymore. I just use Duotrope, and um, I subscribe to all of the crime thriller magazines and websites now, so I'll see them on there. I'm in the what is it, mystery short stories writers group or something. They're always posting everything that's out there. So so let's get started. Yeah, it's interesting. So look up Punk Noir. It's like their I don't just look it up. It's one of those places I want to get in because a lot of pretty good authors have published with them. I might even start this something this weekend. I'm trying to finish. I have a couple of short stories. A couple of short stories I finished this week, and then I have two short stories that have kind of been sitting for over the last couple of weeks that I want to at least. And I have no place to send them. I'm just writing because I had ideas for crime thrillers. But you know, crime thrillers, tons of stuff comes up all the time. Archery I don't like because of the ads. They do the giant ads in there, and it just takes forever to to load it, and it's not all horror stuff. So I'm like, why are you putting science fiction on here? Why are you putting all these stupid ones? All this stuff is on Duotrope, which is way easier to get around. So I probably at some point very soon will unsubscribe to Horror Tree. Are you going to any of the writers group meets? No, not this. I don't even know who's having what this weekend, but I am not because of my sciatic pain. I think you can dig into just anthologies or just shorts. Yeah, yeah. Duotrope is very helpful. No, I'm not. I won't be doing anything this weekend. Hopefully, I will be writing. I know my wife is gonna be doing a lot of running around tomorrow. It is her best friend's 50th birthday, so I begged out of that. But I have to go tonight. We're taking her best friend and her best friend's husband, who I am not a fan of, to Calford Chop House downtown, which I love that place. We've been couple 3 times. I'm a big fan of the Chilean sea bass, which, if you really look into it, is not Chilean sea bass. It's another fish, but still. I will be doing that tonight, 6:30. So I want to get some words in, and then I got to shave, do something with these freaking eyebrows. Shave my head, get dressed. Ever been to the Chop House? Maybe one day. It's very good. It's a very cool building. I remember when they were, when they first bought it to build it, because it's a historic building, they were not allowed to knock any of the walls or anything out. And they had a lot of, so what they did was they built the Calford Chop House as a building in, outside of the building, more or less. So when you go inside, it's all the original brickwork and everything, but outside it's a brand new thing. Me and my wife have been there, like I said, 3 times. It's very good. I get the Chilean sea bass. It's not a huge menu, which is nice, but we like it, so we're gonna take them. My wife wants a good steak, and I figured her friend would love the Chilean sea bass. We also go to the rooftop one. I can't think of the name of it now. We'll go to that one, but the food is all right. But for the price, it's not. I mean, we get the like the charcuterie board thing. Elizabeth W29, hello sir, hello back, ma'am. I imagine with the name Elizabeth, although you can never tell. The rooftop one is good. We get the like the appetizer, like the charcuterie board kind of thing. It has that really good soft cheese, and it's got really good jam on it, and others grapes and other stuff. And and bread, really nice warm bread, and so we put the cheese on the bread. Oh, it's so good. But the food is all right. I think she's talking about you, probably. There you go. There you go, gentlemen. Michael G. O'Connell, he's about 100 years old. So it's like your great-great-grandfather. So anyway, I want to get some of these. I'm sure I won't get these 2 short stories done today. And I want to, but I want to at least write on them, get like a page on each of them done today before I have to make myself look pretty to go to dinner tonight. And then hopefully I'll get some writing in. Another week. Today's the 24th, and by February 4th, Tom will be down here. Tom will be here hanging out, living in Jacksonville. We'll get some writing in. He can come to lunch with us in February. It'll all be good. All of it. Every last piece of it will be good. Oh, good. It'll be good to see me. Are you going to show up, or are you going to make plans? One day a month we have plans to do, and you make plans against it. Don't make me put you in the class with those other people that used to come to lunch with us. Had an appointment with a mermaid. I don't even want to know what that even means. Come on. All right, almost there. Whew. Yeah, sciatica's freaking killing me. I'm sitting on an ice pack right now. I'm trying to do like 15, 20 minutes at my desk, get some work in, do a sprint, then go and sit on a heating pad in the living room, get some reading in, watch some television, about half an hour to 45 minutes, come back, do some more work, but it is slow going writing like this. Although I'm still getting over 1,000 words in a day. Last night I was on a roll with a short story, and just like, I gotta finish this, I gotta finish this. And just the pain was unbearable. And it's like such a, I don't know if you've ever had sciatica. It's really not a fun pain. It's just a shooting pain. Couldn't even think straight. And then yesterday I took a shitload of pills, and then I was like, you know what? I just need to weather through it, push through. And I sat down and wrote like the last, I don't know, 1,000 words of that short story. Finished it, and then that was it. And then this morning I went back to it and did an edit on it. I was like, wow, there's a lot of typos in this. Like, I was just trying to, dig in and finish the damn thing, which I did. So I was happy with that. Cleaned it up this morning, sent it off to the anthology. Hopefully, I get it in. I want to do some more short stories this year. I want to do a lot more, 1 or 2 a month, and also finish other stuff. Those pills are good for the writing. I've got a bad back and bad neck, so I kind of understand. I feel your pain. Literally feel my pain. There's Nick Zinn. Yeah, it just gets to the point where I can't think straight. Like, the pain is it's just unbearable. Like, yesterday I was reading, and I must have read the same, like, I don't know, paragraph like 6 times, and I finally just put the book down. And I'm like, I can't do this. Yeah, I guess I wrote enough. And everybody's like, oh, and it just, like, the pain just goes away for a few days here and there. I'm waiting for that. This has been like a week or more. Which is not good. And nothing seems to, it dulls it, but nothing seems to, like, I'll stand in the shower in like a super hot shower. Helps a little. The heating pad, and then the ice pack, back and forth, and then that she put this like stimulator thing on my ass, not in my ass, on my ass, where the pain starts, and you put it on for 20 minutes, and it pulsates gamma rays into your ass or something. I don't know. And I'm doing the various stretches. I'm doing it all. I got pills. I'm taking. The doctor told me I'm rubbing Ben Gay on it at night. Taking aspirin. I'm taking Motrin. I'm taking a painkiller. I'm drinking coffee. I don't know what I'm doing. 47 degrees here, Nick Zinn. 47 degrees and sunny. I think the high is like 50. I think it'll warm up by the time Tom's here, though. That'll be good. 15. Wind chill factor, -87. Everybody's talking about all the snow Florida got. But then some picture, as people, especially in Jacksonville area, are showing pictures, and I'm like, that's not snow. That's frozen rain that froze on the ground, and it's white the next morning because it's basically ice. It's not snow, you morons. Wind chill 3. Wind chill, stay inside. I've already questioned a mystery question for you. Oh, a mysterious question. I'll give you the answer. Colonel Mustard with the wrench in the library. You're welcome. Oh, okay. Oh, hit me, baby, one more time. Searching for the book you read recommended first to references. You want me to figure out what book I recommended, or you're going to figure out what book you recommended? Because I got about 100 of them behind me. There he is. There's Peter March. Sons of bitches. What's up, Peter? Oh, Spam Risk is calling me. Man, that dude calls me constantly. Go away. Go away, Jimmy Spam Risk. Nothing much, just in my office hoping my coworkers don't bother me. Yeah, they always seem to bother you. The book Pulp on Pulp. Okay, what about Pulp on Pulp? How you doing? I've been better. Sciatica. Back pain for 6 weeks, and now I have second week of my sciatic nerve problem. It's just like, it literally, my back pain stopped, and then the within, like, I don't know, 5 minutes, another thing starts. So it's just moving down my body. I'm sure my kneecap will explode in another month. Then I'll lose my toes to gout. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Just old. There was a chapter that says about building a mystery within a story that one should figure out who done it first and work backward. That is the common wisdom of doing it. I mean, so what I write is more crime thriller instead of mystery. Okay, there's no mystery. We know usually who the bad guy is. We know usually what's happening. Now, when I wrote Down and Dirty 3, the one set in Nashville, I had an idea who the killer was. But then, about halfway through the book, I'm like, no, it'd be better if it was this person. So I changed it because you didn't know who the killer was in that one. I tried to do it a little different. But I would imagine it would be a lot easier if I was writing a traditional mystery and you had to figure things out. That, yeah, you would probably want to know who did it and move backwards, because you don't want to, or you're gonna have to do a ton of editing and put in red herrings and put in, okay, this person would have done this, or this person should have done that. So it's a lot more work. You can be a pantser and do it. I'm not saying you can't. And at some point, I'm going to probably write a traditional mystery, and I'm sure I will screw it up and have to go back and make note of where changes need to be made. He said if there's a mystery in any book, to work that out first and then build everything else after one works it out. Oh, next page. Next page, next page. Yeah. It's if you are an outliner at all, then definitely work backwards. Definitely figure out. And again, as any outline, it might change as you go by. But basically, say, okay, this is our bad person. This is our serial killer. This is the thief. This is whoever. And you kind of come up with a cast of characters. I know authors who will do that. They'll say, here is the bad guy. Here is the thief. Here is my red herring. Here is the person that we're going to assume is the bad guy because they're just a shitty person. But ends up not being that person. And you kind of work your way that way. I don't think you have to work from chapter 50 and then write it all the way back to chapter 1. I think you got to get to, here's the last 3 or 4 chapters of what should happen. Here are my beats on this. They realize that Bob's the killer, and then you work it from there and Bob gets caught in the end or whatever. But it's probably easier to write it that way, I would imagine, than to just kind of blindly write and then figure out at some point, oh, this should be the person. Because a mystery really, you need clues for the you need clues for the readers to think it's this person or it's that person, and ideally you don't want them to think it is the killer. Now you don't also want to be cheesy and have like, oh no, it couldn't have been him, he has an alibi, he was out of the country that week, and then the last thing you go, oh no, it was a fake passport or some stupid crap. You don't want to cheat the reader, but you want to give them some kind of idea so they can figure it out, but you hope they don't figure it out. And then they all lie and say they figured it out. Wait, are we getting writing advice in this session? I thought we were going to talk about McDonald's drive-thru. No McDonald's drive-thru. I had McDonald's yesterday, as a matter of fact. My wife was home yesterday, and she brought home McDonald's. I got 2 McDoubles, plain, of course, a large fry, and then she had gotten those new $5 meals or whatever they are. You get a McDouble and a 4-piece chicken nugget and a small drink. And she got 2 of those, and then she gave me the 4 chicken and nuggets. And I always have to dip everything in barbecue sauce because it's not a condiment. Do you use coupon codes at McDonald's? I don't, but I'm sure my wife probably has the app. I'm almost positive she uses that. And I said we derailed that writing quest quick. Yes, you did. Son of a bitch. Yes, you did. Last night we made hot dogs in the air fryer. And they were pretty good. It says 3 minutes, but then I was like, they didn't really. I always like the Sabret's hot dogs too. I'm like, you know what? Next time let's put them in for 4. So, but they were good, and you put in the buns for 4, because the buns have been sitting there for a few days, like 3-4 days, and you warm them up, toasty, really nice. Those are good. Do you have P. Terry's in Florida? I don't even know what that is, so I'm going to say no. Oh, I have more questions about the writing. Don't worry, P. Yeah, Nick will have some more questions, and I look forward to them. I am definitely joking around. I love hearing you guys talk about writing. That Pulp on Pulp has a bunch of helpful suggestions. Yeah. So burger places. What is it like? Is it like Whataburger? Is it like In-N-Out Burger? Is it like Epic Burger? Is it like M Shack Burgers? Is it like Burger King? Is it like Wendy's? Is it... Pulp on Pulp. I guess I did recommend that one. I don't even know where that is. The problem is I literally have probably 200 writing books here, and most of them are genre specific, which I need to start reading. I keep buying them, and I never read them. I read Robert Bloch put out a nonfiction thing about, it's called like drunk writing, sober writing, or something. I don't know. Sort of like from an old Writer's Digest article he wrote. Then it has a couple of other pieces, and that was interesting. I read that. Yeah, it's like a 1 day. It's like probably like 15,000 words of that. Like I grabbed a copy of that and I read it. I saw that you read that. Oh, because you follow my my Goodreads. So on Goodreads now, I've decided this year I'm not going to leave reviews. I'm just going to leave stars. There's a couple reasons. Number one, you read 80 something books a year, which isn't a lot, but for me it is, and I'm like, I don't want to review all these. I have to come up with something, and I'm like, and I'm also a fellow author, and I don't want to shit on anything or say anything that's not good about it, and then that really doesn't help the reader, potential reader. And so I'm on Goodreads. I'm just giving you a star and the date that I read it, started it, and finished it, and then I go to BookBub and I give this obviously the same star rating, but then I also fill out their little, what did you like about it? The world building, and it was terrifying and tragic and a great story, and I just kind of click on a bunch of those boxes that fit. I'm just doing that from now on, and I think I'm already 6 or 7 books into the new year. In-N-Out Burger. I only had In-N-Out Burger once when I went to California. Thought it was all right. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. But I've already read probably like 3 Don Winslow books, and actually the library sent me a message that 4 more of his books um, are ready for me to pick up. So I'll probably pick them up this weekend. Unless my back is killing me. And I'm reading other stuff now. I'm getting into anthologies. I want to start reading all these noir ones. Peter Mars, I just bought Pulp on Pulp on Amazon. You're going to run out of those Winslow books at the rate you're going. Well, the problem is he's not writing anymore. So I read 4 of them so far. I've read his Danny Ryan trilogy and Broken, which is like 6 short novels, which were great. They're all kind of tied together. So now I just picked up another trilogy from him and then a standalone. But they pretty much have all of his books. I think he's got like 20 something books. And I guess my goal is to read all of them. I know Tom Duffy was looking for the first one of the new ones that I just picked up. And he's like, my library doesn't have it. I said, mine does, but I put it on hold. So when it comes in, I'm reading it first, and then I'll give it back and you can read it. They're worth it, though. They are. If you have not read Don Winslow, I suggest reading them. Characters are just outstanding. I guess that Pulp on Pulp book was pretty good since Nick bought it. Excuse me. Whoa. I had asparagus and cheese stuffed chicken breast. Not for the air. It says do not put these in the air fryer because it is uncooked chicken. Put them in the oven. 36 minutes. Ate 2 of those for lunch. And then tonight, Calvert Chop House Chilean sea bass. I'm reading a chapter every few days of Pulp and Poke. The first few weren't great, but then it picked up. Oh yeah, my pee is gonna stink. Yeah, Chilean sea bass. But it isn't Chilean sea bass now, is it? Let me look it up and remember what they said it really is. They can call it that. Yeah, it's Patagonian toothfish, is what it really is. It's not extinct. What's so special about it? Chilean sea bass is famed for its rich, buttery flavor, which has been compared to cod, and its tender, flaky texture. Why is it so damn expensive? Scarcity. They take between 10 and 12 years to reach adulthood. It could also it's a healthy fish to eat, but it could also contain high levels of mercury. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be having tonight for dinner. They make it delectable. Another question from the Pulp and Pulp: do you word search for filter words? I don't know what that. I don't even know what that means. You're gonna have to tell me what that means. Michael, I read Winslow's The Power of the Dog trilogy. Enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, that's the one I just picked up. But the Power of the Dog, the first one, Tom couldn't get at his library, and it was there's like a long hold. There's like 4 or 5 people ahead of me on that one. So I did not get the first one. I got the other book, the other 2 books, and 2 other books. Nick does not want anything to do with a toothfish. It's just a giant tooth on your plate. I never heard of filter words until that. I don't know what filter words are. They're like felt, knew, watched, heard, saw, smell, stared, decided. Huh. Like as in like dialogue? I only use said or asked. Although there is a propensity of newer authors to do the Elmore Leonard way, which is always said. Are you going to the store? Bob said, instead of Bob asked. He never uses asked. He always just says said. Gabino Iglesias uses it. Michael Wiley in one of his books did it. A lot of authors. Joe Lansdale in a lot of his short stories, I noticed, does that. To find them and use better descriptions to show and not tell. I mean, you got to be aware. Although all writing rules are rules that you can break. We were talking about this last time we went to lunch. I said if you want, follow all the rules, but then read the Road by Cormac McCarthy. I mean, there's no dialogue tags in the entire fucking book, but it's a great book once you realize what's going on. Don Winslow in the Danny Ryan trilogy, he head jumps within the same chapter like 2 or 3 times. But he's such a great writer that you understand immediately what character's head you're in. So, not saying just write whatever the hell you want, but I guess you know what, Nick. Those are things you need to be aware of. Do they give you other words? Do they give you other? Hopefully, they give you other ideas to use instead of those words. That was a chapter that won me over. He says to find those descriptors and rewrite them, and you'll help out that first draft. It worked for me. Oh, good. Well, very good. Very good. he used examples, but it's up to the author to work it. Very good. Hopefully Peter Marsh will now also get something out of that chapter. Instead of he felt cold, one could say Bill's skin prickled to the wind chill. In the Wisconsin outdoors, it's never that cold in Wisconsin. Know your climate. I am glad I bought this. Great minds think alike. And also me, you, and Nick. I gotta find it now. Now you're gonna make me look for it. So many fucking books. Maybe it's this batch. I got these four not so long ago. Writing Secrets of the World's Most Prolific Authors. I haven't read any of these. Plot Twists and Red Herrings, A Guide to Mystery Genre Tropes. That's a good one. Shadows and Ink, Mastering the Art of Horror Writing and Publishing, Volume 1. Crystal Lake. And P.D. James, Talking About Detective Fiction. This is a masterclass on British mystery fiction. So those are the four newest ones that just got thrown up here. Well, there it is, Pulp on Pulp. Tips and tricks for writing pulp fiction. We'll do a book club. You know what? I'll leave this one out and read some of it. Interesting. Hey, I always am looking for those simple things that writers don't talk about much. Hop on pop. Ooh, that's a totally different thing. By the way, Peter, I haven't talked to you in a while. January 1st, they banned porn in Florida as well. And there's no way I'm giving them my my license or any information about me. So there's like 3 websites. I mean, I don't look at porn, but I'm saying somebody was searching porn and was like, oh, we can't watch Pornhub. We can't watch, midgetporn.com. We can't watch any of these good ones anymore. Oh, but here's a couple that are still kind of around. I wish I could say I held my ground against OnlyFans. There you go. There's a great one that it basically came out in like 1996, and now it's blocked for me. And I've literally been looking at this thing since 1996, almost 30 years. Southern Charms, and now it's blocked. And it's an amateur website, and they give you a ton of free pictures and videos and stuff. And now I can't look at it anymore. Now I am sure I am on 15 watches. Oh, exactly. It's like every time you click on something, it's like, well, you got to fill this out, or you got to do this, or no. Much like A.C. Ward and Mr. Frank discussed how they use Word Hippo for alternate words over tips and tricks. Yeah. To me, that just seems like a lot of work. And I know it would make my writing better. And I know if I took my time and blah, blah, blah. And, my goal is to finish a book and get an agent and then basically go, I'm writing one book a year. And then I'm just going to write it and rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it and edit it and edit it and edit it. And then I'll have just one really solid book out every year instead of having to write 10 or 15 books every friggin' year and pumping and throwing them out there. X video still works without having to put in your driver's license. So does X Hamster. That's the other one. That's the other one that still works. X Hamster. Yeah, so does XNXX. That one also still works for me. But MatureTube, nope. And the MatureTube has like 15 different lesbian tube and all kinds of ass on ass tube, whatever. None of them work. At the last MondoCon, they mentioned that. Interesting. It is funny, I read a thread on Reddit where people discussed this topic. They were saying that you have to show ID when you go to drink a beer. Seriously? Mature tube? No, mature tube is like 50 and up. I mean, there are grandmas. They do have like a gilf tube or something. Yeah, I am not a big fan of 20-year-old skinny chicks getting banged. I am a fan of uh, women my age that are BBWs getting banged. Personal taste. Nanakin is the buy. Exactly. You get it. Who the hell is this? Who the hell just pulled up in front of my house? I love how my boss is literally 2 feet in front of me with her back turned to me as we are having this discussion. Is she hot? Take a picture of her ass and send it to me. Yeah, you should probably always have headphones on when you're listening to this. So who is this person here? Somebody just pulled up and now they're just sitting in their car. Not at all. That's a shame. I never like people just sitting in front of my house like this. It wouldn't get any views on Mature Tube. I can't even watch Mature Tube anymore. Who the hell is this? This woman looks like I've seen her on Investigation Discovery before. Like she's killed her husband or something. Guess she's going to the neighbor's house. The hell, they got people coming on over there. I thought they left. I thought they all actually left. Nope. She just walked right inside. Who the hell is that woman? Sorry. So, I mean, there's still more than enough porn to watch. It's just gotta be a little more selective. And like on X Hamster, you're clicking through and it's like, oh, that you're not allowed to watch Pornhub. You're not allowed to watch this one. You're not allowed to watch this one. Again, I'm not watching pornography. I think it's despicable. I'm just saying for people who are. Whew, what the hell are we talking about this stuff for? Thanks, Peter. Go ahead, Nick, give me another question. Give me another question about writing. Resident Degenerate. That's all I had. Oh, Nick! Damn you. By the way, next Friday, Peter, I should get to your first of the new walk and talk questions. Trying to build up my the YouTube as much as possible. I can throw in some writing questions. Give me some writing questions. Do romance writers have to give their info when researching the adult sites for their work? You're not talking about romance writers. You're talking about erotica writers. Probably. So when you are writing pornography, do you have to post your license with submitting it out to maturity? I believe so, yes. I believe so. And would those pay sites be considered a tax write-off? You know what? If that's why you're doing it for research, then yes. Great minds. Again, me, you, and Nick. Not sure anybody is collectively called the three of us great minds. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? I think I might be going to the library maybe tomorrow. Picking up the next 3-4 Don Winslow books. And that is pretty much it. I'll probably be doing some writing. There's a chance I might be on tomorrow to do some, Twitch. Michael G. O'Connell, if you're still on, are you going to any of is there a meeting anywhere tomorrow? FWA and whatnot that you'll be going to? Excuse me. I knew this one guy who was so proud that he wrote off all of his comic book trades and said it was for research. Wow. This will be your highest rated YouTube video just from this. Exactly. Do you think I could get the Mondo Method hashtag going on Blue Sky? You know what? Worth a shot. Claudia had shut a crumb. Yeah, for the 50th fucking time. I've seen her in every group 100 times and it's the same presentation. I think I've seen her twice now. I mean, she's a nice old woman. I want to put her on MatureTube, but she's a nice older woman. But I've seen that one already. They just keep having the same people over and over and over, and I really want to go because I want to get out and stuff. And then, you know, Vic sends out, hey, here's all of the FWA ones, and it's the same people. We're just basically everybody moves to the right and goes to the next one. You know, what's his name with his Hero's Journey one every freaking month, and this one and that. Oh my god, it's just annoying. What is this? What in tarnation? UPS is delivering something. I think I will do that this weekend. I'm going to try the Mondo Method this weekend. I have a lot of shit I need to try. Good. And then hashtag it on Blue Sky. And then tag me in it. So I know you're using it. There's something coming up with the Sisters in Crime, a federal prison worker. I think that's next week. Yeah, I don't remember when that one. Yeah. So I did last Sisters in Crime was a good one with the retired DEA agent. That was a good one. He gave a lot of good. What's funny is he talked about the Gulf Cartel, and a couple of people were like, "What's the Gulf Cartel?" Of course, I knew. I said to Shelley, "That's Sinaloa owns the west coast of North Mexico, and the Gulf Cartel owns obviously the east coast, which is the Gulf." And then a bunch of people got arrested in Jacksonville a couple weeks ago working with the Gulf Cartel in real life. IRL. I was like, there you go. What is Sisters in Crime? Sisters in Crime is a crime thriller mystery group. And even though it says Sisters in Crime, men are allowed to be there. So, was it Steve Labrie mentioned it to me one time. He's a local author that sometimes will hang out with us. And he's like, oh, they're having a thing this week, Sisters in Crime, and it's at the same, you know, it's in the Ponte Vedra library. And I was like, oh, you're going to go? He's like, yeah. I said, all right, I'll meet you there. I didn't know what Sisters in Crime was. And then I checked it out. I'm like, oh, it's just an organization. They have chapters everywhere. I'm sure they have one near you. And it's like a yearly fee to join, but then they have like $20 local that you join in their little group there, and they are very active. It is a very active group, unlike FWA or any of the other ones that are just like wannabe people. A lot of the people I've met at the Sisters in Crime one are actually people releasing books, putting out books. So if you're interested in crime thriller or mystery writing, look them up, Peter. It's actually a really good. It's actually a really good group. The Gulf of America Cartel. Yes, that's eventually they'll have to change their name, I guess. I just thought it was interesting. I started laughing. I said, hey, look, Jacksonville, Gulf Cartel. She's like, why is that familiar? I'm like, because we just saw that guy like 2 weeks ago talking about him. So there you go. Interesting though, you know what I'm saying? Right now, Peter Marsh is looking up Sisters in Crime, Texas. Or whatever city he's in. mail ladies here. Too bad Frank. If Frank was on, I would explain what she was wearing. Just a thong and high heels. Actually, just a big giant jacket. But she's scanning something, which means, ooh, a big package arrived, which she cannot even get into my mailbox. Better close that. I don't like when my shit's in my mailbox and the mailbox is open. It's a little windy today. Now I gotta go out there. I spelled Benny wrong. Benny's go home. Couple more minutes, people. A couple, 7 more minutes. Then I gotta go take a shower. I'm out of coffee too. Coffee gone. I will definitely be here on Monday. Hopefully you will all be here on Monday. It's nice having a couple people in that haven't been in a while. Be nice to have everybody in one freaking time, you know? That would be nice. New person popped in for a little bit there, which was great. I got to talk a lot about myself, which I love. So, all good. Again, I might be on tomorrow. Might not be. Your coworkers need to back the hell up. There's boundaries. There's space. You know what I'm saying? But it was great hanging out and talking to everybody today. So I will more than likely 5 of them in here. Get them people out of there. What you have to do is eat some beans and fart a couple times. That clears a room. And then you look at them, mad at them like one of them did it. I don't know which one of you just did that. Get out of my office. That's what you need to do. That's what I do. I do that a lot, and then I'm like, I'm the only one here. Who am I even yelling at? All right, so I'm out of here. Thank you for hanging out with me for this last hour. I appreciate it. I might see you tomorrow, but I definitely will see everybody on Monday. Thanks. Yeah, heat up some hot dogs there. Listen, 400 degrees, but 4 minutes, not 3 minutes. Do the 4 minute. Trust me. Glad you were here, Peter. See you later, Nicholas.